Yeah? Okay. Cool. The fuck is up, YouTube? We are the Bros for Life podcast.
Yeah.
That feels weird saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's our new official title, so.
Yeah.
Nothing else will change other than our Spotify. New links will be in the description. And our old episodes are slowly being pushed out on that new Spotify feed. And to 30 other streaming platforms, so that's good too. And it's Christmas, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So, welcome to a Christmas special. I'm Jesse,
This is Gabe.
if you haven't figured this out already. Let's get right into this. What is the top Christmas movie of all time? There are no other answers.
Home Alone.
Home Alone?
Yeah.
No, Die Hard. Halloween. Psych. Gremlins, Home Alone, Die Hard, A Christmas Story, Elf, The Grinch. Tim Allen's First Santa Claus,
Oh yeah.
Christmas Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can be a Christmas movie if I try hard enough. Deadpool's a Christmas movie.
Not with this again.
Yep. With this again. Deadpool is a Christmas movie.
Spider-Man's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, the new Spider-Man is a Christmas movie. He swings through the... No spoilers, but when he swings through the mall, you hear Christmas music playing, confirming that it's around Christmas time.
There's literally...
The last 5 minutes are obviously Christmas. Because it's covered in snow and there's Christmas lights up all over New York.
Yeah.
And then
that
he
didn't give
swings
away.
over Rockefeller Center in the tree.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
more alluding to.
Yeah, but also, I'm just saying, I think the entire thing actually sets place around Christmas time. Because why is there Christmas music playing in the mall when Dr. Strange throws them into the mall?
How could it be Christmas if it's, like, not cold and snowing?
And it's in New York.
Yeah, like, you would know if it was...
Why is Christmas playing in the mall when he warps through there then?
I don't know.
I've seen the movie
I'll
twice
watch
now.
it again and
Yeah.
let you know.
Okay. What about Christmas horror movies? Those are a thing. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Black Christmas. Krampus. Some might even say Gremlins is in there.
Yeah.
Better Watch Out. That's a good one. Jack Frost. I'm not talking about the one with Michael Keaton. If you're cultured, you'll know what Jack Frost I'm talking about. It's a tasteless B movie that I sadly enjoy. We can talk about things people do around Christmas too, besides watch Christmas movies and debate on what is a Christmas movie or not. The original Spider-Man. The original Spider-Man is a Thanksgiving movie. There's a Thanksgiving dinner scene with turkey and Norman Osborn in it in the original.
Oh
Sam
yeah, I
movie.
remember.
Yeah. It's a real thing. I can't make this up.
Mm-hmm. But no, I feel like that's just something you do, Jesse. Like
No, I
with
think
me.
other people do it too.
What? It's a debate.
Shrek's a Christmas movie. There's a gingerbread man in it. Not my gumdrop buttons. Do you know the Muffin Man? This fire's getting a little toasty, I'm not gonna lie. So, things people do around Christmas. We got the obvious, like Christmas parties.
Obviously,
There's
visiting
always,
families.
Yeah, visiting family. Dinners. And then we got, like, Christmas traditions. Like, my family always gathers for our party Christmas Day night. Like, the night of Christmas Day.
Why'd you say it like that? Day, night.
Well, I had to, like, not Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, but at night. We always have a,
Oh, okay.
like, it's, like, extended
Okay,
family.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
my side of the family and cousins and all that always gather. But no, dude, I swear every year somebody is crying on Christmas.
Not in my case.
Whether it's on social media or it's, like, in person.
Oh, then yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody's always crying on Christmas, dude.
I thought you were just talking about like with family and stuff. I was about to say like no.
Well, no, it could be a family member, too.
Yeah, but not
Then
that
there's
I
always the
know.
people who are late to everything.
anybody in my family.
And there's the I didn't get what I asked for, so now I'm gonna cry type.
Oh my gosh. I think people should just be happy with what they got.
Or they got a better present than me, whatever.
Yeah, oh my god. People are so, like, I don't know, ungrateful for things, I feel like.
I mean, you're not wrong. We can bust out while we're talking about Christmas parties, sort of. 20 ways not to break up with somebody. Or 20,000 ways not to break up with somebody, because we've probably already hit 20, but we're just going to keep going. No, we haven't hit 20. We haven't even recorded 20 episodes, but I don't even know where we're at, so it's just going to keep going.
Yeah.
Family gatherings. Don't take your girlfriend to the family Christmas dinner and break up with her there. Because what if you gotta ride her back? Or, you know, if you gotta give her, like, a ride home, like.
Yeah, I knew what you meant,
gotta get
the wording...
gotta get that last one in.
I don't know about that one, but the wording was not the best.
Give her a ride home. Ride her home. You drove, you have to ride her home. That's better. You have to take her home. Fuck, that sentence just doesn't come out anyway.
Oh.
Any good way.
I feel like take her home. Yeah, the best way to put it.
Yeah, you're right. Take her home. And you know, never mind.
No, I don't want to go there.
Jesus. But no, no. Family gathering, Christmas party. Don't break up with your girlfriend there. And just keep trucking on to family Christmas parties. I'm just saying that the wildest shit goes on at family Christmas parties. I don't know why, what it is with Christmas, but there's always some wild shit that happens.
I don't know. My family really doesn't have Christmas parties now.
Like, I walk in the wrong room, and your little cousins are trying to put their finger in the cat's ass or something.
What is Luca doing?
Investigating. But no, I swear, you, like, walk in the wrong room at a Christmas party, and, like, you got a bunch of little cousins in there torturing a cat, trying to put their finger up their butt or something. It's always the wildest shit. Or you, like, walk into a room and get immediately shot in the dart by a Nerf gun that kid probably shouldn't have been given for Christmas because clearly he doesn't know gun safety.
Bro, I feel
just get an eye taken out as I walk into a room. Or a cat thrown at me.
These sound way too relatable for you.
These are things that have actually happened.
That poor cat.
I do. Yeah. Yeah, you have no idea.
Bro.
Dude, your ass does not need to be in frame. Nobody wants to look at your butthole. Somebody clip that. Somebody clip that and be like, that's Jesse talking to Gabe. Or you, like, walk into a room at a family Christmas party and the little cousins are trying on, like, your dead great-grandmother's clothes or something.
Oh, my God.
Like, I just feel like there's random things that happen.
I don't... Like I said...
No, it's not personal experience. Just make some wild shit up that can happen.
I don't know.
Should have found a better podcast.
Well, no, I don't have creativity like that, I guess. I feel like I would need, like, some, like, type of personal experience or something like that to be able to even come up with something random like that.
I'm trying to make us like Real Dudes podcast. Where they actually just make funny shit up and it actually is watchable, unlike our stuff.
Well, Jesse, our fucking reality between you and me is pretty fucking funny and stupid. Most of the time.
You could give me something to work with.
I don't know, something, bro. Oh, never mind.
You can get, like, you can step outside to, like, cool off at a Christmas party, and you could see your drunk uncle getting arrested by the cops, and nobody would question it. Everyone would just be like, oh, hey, you know.
You know what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Or you, like, walk into a room and you got the little cousins putting on your grandmother's nightgown, and you're just like, all right, that's it, I'm going to leave.
Yeah. I feel like that's some shit I would have done when I was
It's like
younger.
walking into a cult meeting if you go into the wrong room and find your little cousins. At least in my family. It's like a cult meeting. They'd be, like, sitting in a circle practicing rituals. They're, like, learning to summon demons at age 12. They're, like, set up in, like, in a giant star formation, and I'm just like, what the hell?
That'd be interesting to walk into.
Dude, I never know what I'm going to walk into. That's why I'm scared to open doors half the time.
You gotta make sure you knock, bro.
Yeah, knocking doesn't even help, dude. You knock.
Yeah, and
You
then
knock, you hear screaming on the other side, you think something's going on, and then you come in and, like, they got one of the other cousins, like, tied up in the middle of the sacrifice circle, and you're just like, what is happening?
I never liked that kid anyway.
Just like, all right, kids, carry on. Then you walk up to the parents, and they're like, how are the kids doing? And I'm
Oh,
like,
wonderful.
oh, yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're fine. You, like, walk into a room, and they're like, hey, Jesse, you got any Nick? You got nicotine? You got Nick? Can I get smacks? Can I get smacks?
I guess it only gets bad when the parents start questioning.
It's like your brother, too. Anytime I come over your house, your brother's like,
Bro.
You got smacks?
Listen, that motherfucker is a fiend.
It's a sad day for your brother.
It's sad every day for him. But no, I just think it would be funny, like, one of the kids go, like, missing because he got sacrificed, and then it's just like, where's little Timmy at?
It's like, I don't know. Last time I saw him, he was tied up in the middle of, like, a freaking circle. Some demonic ritual going on Christmas
I'm not sure what
night.
happened. I didn't question anything. I just walked away.
I thought it was just all part of the show.
You know, I thought it was...
I didn't even know these kids knew what a pentagram was.
I thought
Are they even in geometry?
I thought they were role-playing.
I thought it was live-action role-playing. I thought they were LARPing. Like, walk in and, like, the other thing that kids shouldn't be gifted is, like, the, like, little kids with, like, their foam swords, and you're just getting beamed across the leg, and you're like,
oh, my God.
You just can't stop it. There's like
I'm pretty sure I was one of those kids, though.
I probably was, too, at one point. But now it's like I'm, like, one of the oldest cousins. I'm just like, oh, I just want to hang with the adults. Leave me alone. They're like, Jesse, like, come downstairs. I got something to show you. And I, like, go down.
I would never listen to, like...
You know, so I, like, go down. I'm like, oh, yeah, this should be cool. And then it's like, dude, why is somebody burning on a steak? Like, you're 13. You shouldn't even know about this yet.
Oh, well, I'll leave my phone down there.
You always got that drunk one, like the drunk relative that's always, like, getting a little bit too hammered, having a little bit too much fun.
I feel like every family has, like, that one drunk relative.
It's always somebody's uncle, usually.
Yeah.
And then they're, like, causing a scene, knocking shit over or something. In the kitchen, they're, like, taking too much food, and everyone's like, dude, there's, like, no food left.
Mm-hmm.
And they just keep going. Keep taking more. Like the Hawaiian bread rolls, he just takes the entire bag with him.
My younger brother, the second youngest, that man is obsessed with those fucking Hawaiian bread.
They're
bread
so
rolls.
good, though.
They are, but he's obsessed with them. Like, we were supposed to have some for Christmas, like for our Christmas dinner, and he's just like, he eats them all before it's even Christmas. Like, they're just all gone. I'm like, okay.
And, like, we already said, you got those late family members, but they'll roll up to that party, and then they'll be like, hey, you guys missed the sacrifice that I walked in on, you know? Like, there's like,
yeah.
Like, they just, like, show up late. Hey, you missed all the excitement. There were some kids having satanic meetings in the guest bedroom. I don't know. I don't even know where the bed went. I went in there, and the bed's gone. It's just a pentagram on the floor. I was like, I don't even understand what's happening.
I feel like also the late family members are sometimes also, like, your favorite ones.
Yeah, sometimes. I'll be the late one this year.
Yeah.
And I'm purposefully show up late, and just so I have to spend less time there.
You should probably silence notifications.
I should have.
Yeah.
But it's all.
It's whatever.
You got, like, wardrobe malfunctions on Christmas Day. Like, somebody's like, oh, my dress shirt's wrinkled, or, oh, I got this on my tie, or I got this on my shirt. or they're ripping their pants getting into the car. Like they just they put on their dress pants that don't fit them because they haven't worn them since last year, and then they go to step into the car and you just hear it rip, and they're like, I'll be back. And then there are usually the late ones too because they always have some excuse like, oh, Timmy shut his finger in the car door.
Ew. I did that when I was
I did that too. I was late that year.
Bro, I've always wanted to see, like, in real life, like, someone's, like, pants or something get caught in, like, a car door, and then someone drive off and then their clothes get taken. I've always wanted to see that in real life.
I don't think it would actually work the way.
I don't
think
know.
It would just drag them with it.
Yeah, I think it would, too, but it would just be so funny to see that shit in real life.
Yeah, like, anything that puts anyone off schedule, and then they're usually the late ones. Then there's the people, like, somebody always opens the wrong gift on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a thing. And they're like, I'm so excited I got this. And then it's like...
And then it's not yours.
It's like, yeah, actually, that was meant for, that's meant for Gabe. It was like... Immediately. You know, I just feel like family Christmas parties, like, it's just, like, it's the wildest things that go on. You, like, somebody's, like, cooking, and you, like, walk in, they're like, hey, can you help me with this? And it's just chaos. It's like, oh, cool, I'll grab this. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh, your cousins are pulling you aside for this, and then that, and then somehow you ended up in the woods, and you don't know how you got there. And it's like, and now you're the one in the middle of a pentagram.
That'd be an interesting Christmas. But...
Should just make this into a movie.
What? Get caught in a pentagram by your cousins?
Yeah, Antonio, what are you doing Christmas Day? You want to come shoot a movie? Not that kind of movie.
Antonio would be down.
Huh?
I'm not sure.
You've been real quiet. Like, you don't have any weird Christmas encounters?
No.
You just have a normal Christmas?
I mean, as normal as you can, I guess.
Well, lucky you, I guess.
I mean, I had divorced parents, so it wasn't fun, but it was normal.
Damn.
This really is therapy.
Well, none of the Christmases were good.
Jeez. I got 2 of them, but that was like that was the only bright
I didn't
side.
get 2 of them, that's for sure.
You didn't?
No.
I thought most people that have divorced parents.
Yeah, if your parents have money.
Oh my God.
God damn.
Throwing shots
I
at
did
his-
okay, but it wasn't 2 Christmases. It was like half and half.
It was like half and half. Like that iced tea. So you don't do like family Christmas parties or anything?
No. I'm going to Hannah's this year.
Hmm.
And I have for the past 3 years.
Mm.
It must have been good having a dad.
It's alright.
I don't know.
God damn. I was gonna say, wow.
Joking.
No need to rub in the fact that you have a girlfriend on Christmas or anything.
And a dad.
Well, not the dad part, but the girlfriend faults. The girlfriend part's your fault, so.
Wait, what? Oh, like my own.
Like, you
right?
could
Yeah.
get your own, yeah.
Yeah.
You can get your own. What, on Craigslist?
Or just talking to people.
Yeah, just
We both know I'm not good at that.
But that's your fault.
I mean, is it though? Genetics.
Something like that.
What do you mean? How is it genetics?
I'm not as good looking as Antonio.
I don't.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like being able to talk to people. I was like,
yeah,
how's
no,
that
that's genetics too. It's like trigonometry. I can't do that because of genetics. That's what I used to always tell my high school teachers.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Genetics, dude. That's why I'm not good at math. It's like one of 2 occasions that I see my cousins is Christmas, and then we do like a summer thing, like a little reunion, which is equally as dangerous because we will like go to like Kennywood or Idlewild or something, and then cause problems in public instead of in the seclusion of somebody's house.
Yeah, no, I'm the youngest grandchild, like the youngest cousin. So everyone has their own families and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
So it's like
I'm one of the older ones. I
nothing-
mean, there's ones older than me, but like they're like adults with like kids.
Exactly. My
Like-
oldest cousin is like in their 40s. I'm the youngest, so if I got my own shit to do, they definitely all have their own shit to do.
Yeah. No, but they all like get together and like walk in and it's like, I didn't even know you had a kid. You have a kid. You have a kid. I haven't seen you with a kid, or I haven't seen you in like a year.
Yeah.
I don't keep up with like all of them. Because
I
it's
don't
just
keep up with
there's too
anyone.
many freaking cousins. There's like the pick and choose. Like I have my like favorite cousins. I'm like, yeah, I'll kick it with these ones, but then they're like causing trouble, and I'm like, never mind. And there's always that one. So you'll cause problems with cousins, and there's always this one cousin that we always blame everything on when we get in trouble. We're just like, oh, it was, and everyone always believes it because he actually is the troublemaker. So we can spin whatever story we want, and they're gonna believe you because he's always the one causing trouble. So we're just like, oh yeah, it's all him. Yeah, he's the one who threw the cat out the window. Like. He's the one who lit the other cousin on fire. I don't know. And you won't even plan it at all. You'll somehow all come up with like the same story to blame this one cousin so that he takes the fall for everything. It's just not discussed. It just happens. It's like a reflex.
Yeah. I feel like I was the cousin that people blame stuff on.
Not me.
I'm
supposed to be the oldest good kid.
Well, no, not currently, but like when I was younger,
Yeah.
I was definitely the troublemaker, and people would blame stuff on me.
When you get all the cousins together, you have to expect there to be trouble. There's gonna be trouble, and it's like I think I have more than one female cousin, but like there's like the younger female cousin, and it's like every year it's always like she's whining about some boy, and I'm just like, can you shut up? Like, get out of high school. Like, shouldn't you be in school? Oh, boy. And we can do Christmas tweets. Christmas-themed dumb tweets.
I'm gonna.
So this tweet just says, these kids in Christmas movies who ask Santa for my family to get back together or my parents to be happy again are fucking losers. Ask for Heelys. I mean, they ain't wrong. And then the other one is, each year I relate more and more with that scene in Christmas Vacation where Clark freaks out and asks for the Tylenol. It's a classic. I don't have a TikTok of the week for us.
That's a rip.
Yeah, We got our Q&As, though. Hey, yeah, Gabe has all control now.
Yeah.
So we got...
So you want me to ask the question, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the holidays?
When they're over. All right. What are you doing? Don't jump the gun.
I was about to say, I'm like, do I continue or
No. Somebody else asked, why does it not feel like Christmas time this year? I think
People
that was...
say that every year.
Yeah, why do people say that?
Because people are sad.
Is your mic on?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is true, but I don't know. It does. I definitely agree that it just. Before it started getting cold, like last week, it didn't feel like it was Christmas time because it was like 60s.
I don't know. I think it's just because it's not snowing.
Yeah.
I also think like
Global warming.
people relate Christmas to being a kid, and
Yeah.
now that like the majority of people saying that are probably like college aged. It's like, well, yeah, it's like it's not
As magical anymore.
not
Yeah.
that like not. That
It's just
Christmas
stressful
isn't
now.
isn't for anyone else but kids, but like it's not. special or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same.
It's not heartfelt anymore.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's just. Okay, so we also got questions Q&A wise that actually like I know these people, so Kayla asked us what favorite holiday movie character.
Wait, are you gonna ask the person to put their name?
I said
in?
I know them.
Oh, okay. Well, even if we do know them, I didn't know if you were gonna bleep the name or not.
Nope, I already got permission.
Okay.
I was gonna drop last name too, but I decided not to.
Anyways, what was the question?
Favorite holiday movie character.
Kevin.
Yeah. Obviously.
I mean, I like Tim Allen a lot.
I don't know. I feel like just like any go-to like Christmas movie I think of, it's always
Bruce
Home
Willis from Die Hard.
I haven't seen Die Hard.
You what?
I haven't seen it.
Jesse looks literally like so distraught that you have never watched it.
There, now it's not dim. I think I just broke my back. My back.
Sorry.
That's not what I was referencing. Honestly, I think Clark Griswold is probably my favorite. Kayla also asked least favorite Christmas song. All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate Christmas music.
I hate Christmas.
If it ain't the
music.
Elvis Christmas album, don't play it. That's how I feel.
Agreed.
But what's the most hated one? What's the one that everyone whines about?
I don't even know.
No, like on social media, what's that one that's like?
Fuck if I know, dude. I don't
Is it Mariah Carey?
It is Mariah Carey, but people like that one.
Yeah.
I think that's probably my
People
least
talk
favorite.
about it all the time.
I think that's probably that one. It's just overplayed. If it ain't Taylor Swift or Elvis, turn it off.
Fair enough.
That's how I feel. We also got, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? And I think I've made it very clear that I think Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It takes place on Christmas time. Literally, like half the plot has to do with it's Christmas in the office that they're working in, and then it gets taken over by terrorists.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a Christmas
Don't
party. I haven't
spoil it
watched in a
for me.
while.
Don't spoil it for me.
Snape's like the guy who plays Snape. He's one of the terrorists, like Snape in Harry Potter.
Mm.
God, Bruce Willis was young during that movie.
Mm-hmm.
When did Die Hard come out?
Probably 30 years ago or something.
Like 30 years ago.
I don't know.
'Cause Bruce Willis is old now.
Hmm.
19 what?
19 what?
70,
1988.
88. Oh, I was right.
Jesus.
Dang.
There's so
The movie
many of
poster
them.
didn't age well because the way the towers lit up with explosions, it looks like two towers. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't age well, that poster. How would they know, though?
This
But
is true.
I did play it in Call of Duty when they added the tower and the Bruce Willis skin.
Oh my god, I hate that tower though.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
There was a Bruce Willis skin? What,
Yeah, there's
what
a Bruce
COD
Willis.
was
Yeah,
that?
they did.
It's in
Warzone.
all the CODs.
Oh.
Well,
did
I
a-
don't know. I don't
It's
know.
just Warzone.
Yeah, is it?
They did a whole like Bruce Willis Die Hard thing.
Yeah.
The
They
same
also
time
added
they
the Ghostface skin too.
Well, I know that.
It was right before that. They did Rambo. They
Yeah.
did like an 80s action heroes
Yeah.
pack.
Okay, that's sick.
Did you see the Krampus thing they added?
No.
Oh, I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
I bought Krampus because last year they released him for Dead by Daylight as a skin for a character, and I own Krampus on. I can't remember what character they did that for.
Mm-hmm.
They added him in Vanguard, and I think maybe even Warzone. But oh yeah, they did. But you just hear like jingle bells, and then your screen gets frosty, and then he spawns in and has like a ton of health. Like if you stand there and shoot him, he won't die. But he chases you around if you're not like playing the objective.
Jesus.
I'll have to find a clip.
That's insane. There are two types of people in this world. Those who think Die Hard is a Christmas movie and those who are wrong. And that's all I have to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's the top question.
Do you think something's in the air? Something's in the air this
Bro,
time
can
of year?
you read?
Yeah.
No.
See, clearly you can't fucking read.
No. What does
So
that
you're just
even mean?
passing it up because you're not...
No. What does it mean?
What do you mean?
I read it. Do
you think something is in the air this time of year? You know how everyone's like, oh, something's in the air around Christmas time.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. No. I don't know.
He doesn't. You've never heard that?
No, I've heard it, but
I don't know. Something's been in the air since 2020. It's called COVID.
I don't know if you can make that joke.
I just did. Watch me make it again. Like everyone's always like, love's in the air around this time of year. Well, if love's in the air, I must be allergic. Because nobody loves me.
Or whoever. I don't know. I don't think there's anything in the air.
Yeah, I'm allergic. Chew.
Also, I don't really go off. I don't know how to explain it.
Hi, Cora.
Cora?
Cora. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Why you sit down so awkwardly? Look at the camera.
I don't know how to
Say
really...
hello. Look at the camera. No.
Yeah, but Jesse, I don't really know how to explain, like... I don't know. There's really no way for me to explain, like... why I just, like... I don't really go off that, I guess you could say. Like, if people say there's something in the air, I'm just like... that's cool for you. I don't know. I feel like it's also just personal preference on whoever's saying it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But everyone always says that, and I'm like, I don't know.
And then it always becomes the opposite of what what's happened to me.
Is it cuffing season? Because somebody cuff me, please. Not like that. Not like that.
I don't know.
And that's all our content for this episode. Cool.
That's all.
Yeah.
I thought there was something else. For some reason.
No,
We didn't do New Music Friday.
what would we do? It's a Christmas special.
This is true. Never mind. I mean, we did technically go over music, but... I don't know.
None of our segments really apply to Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, that's about 40 minutes of content. 45. Was it?
No.
Was it less than that?
You're at 33 total recording.
Damn.
All right, guys. Well,
I don't know. There's not really, like, what? We both, at least personally, I don't even really like Christmas that much, and neither do you.
Why don't you talk about that?
Huh?
Why don't you talk about that?
Well, I mean, Jesse already explained it, didn't you? In a different episode.
yeah, that we recorded after Thanksgiving. That hasn't come out yet.
Well. Yeah. I mean, I really just don't like it just for the fact of, like, I don't know. I'm from Illinois. Like, that's where, like, my
You
family.
don't have Christmas there?
No.
You don't have Christmas
it's
in
not-
Illinois?
Listen, it's not like that. But, like, I'm from Illinois, and that's where all my family is. And I can't really go and see them. and it kind of like I mean, like, I'm fine with, like, you know, my stepdad's side of the family. Like, I'm okay with all that. It's nothing like that, but it's just like I don't know. I feel like I really would rather be around, like, my actual family, like, blood related.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that. Like, you know, my one cousin that you and me are close with. Like, yeah, I consider him, like, basically blood. But I'm not close with the rest of the family like that. Like, I talk to him all the time and everything, and we also hang out. But besides that, I'm not really close with that side of the family. Which kind of sucks. But it would just be like that sometimes. Also, speaking of my family, Jesse, my grandma, did you meet my grandma?
No.
Well, anyhow, she was just like, I was talking to her and she saw my Instagram. And she was just like, so Gabe, what's up with this new style that you've been inheriting? I was just like, listen, blame Jesse. That's all I said to her. And she was like, well, I got to meet Jesse too. I'm like, okay. Next time you come out and you can see him.
What's your new style?
Yeah.
I got rings and I didn't even like wear, like, I don't know how to explain it. I didn't want to wear necklaces. I didn't want to wear rings. What are you watching?
I just called Charlie and his boss picked up the phone.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. Anyway, no, I never really wanted to wear rings, a necklace either. I never wore a beanie. Like, I don't think anybody could ever see me wearing a beanie. Like, nobody's ever seen me wear a beanie. So I started wearing those. And then I like Jesse was like, as a funny Christmas gift, let's get Gabe with flannel to wear over his hoodie. And I kind of actually like, the style of it, so I got that too.
Alright, I sent you 3 banger tweets. The most recent one is the Krampus one, if you want to check it out.
3 banger tweets.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's, sort of a new style. It was more...
Just witnessed an ice cream man's funeral and all the ice cream vans came and followed in solidarity. I'm sobbing. I only got 2 tweets. The one's the Warzone one.
The most recent one?
I'm having way too much fun on TikTok. Or is that some guy shooting at...
Just listen to it. The deers get squad wiped.
That motherfucker gotta be at... Ain't no way. It's just a deer. What is that? Is that a fucking nail
it's
gun?
Like a nail gun.
Yeah.
But he's shooting it into the woods, and then there's a picture of a deer, and then squad wipes.
Jesus.
Imagine a deer watching you squad wipe someone.
Are you sure you didn't see it? Because it says you read it. Trying to get my daily, and this elf from hell doesn't die.
Oh no, that one just came through.
Yeah, look, watch that one.
On the air?
Yeah, I'll play it on the screen.
Oh. I didn't know you got skills like that.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
He just comes after you.
Jesus. Trying to get my daily in this elf from hell doesn't... Can't believe my eyes at Activision. Lay off the fucking dope, man. Jesus. There was something funny that I wanted to talk about that happened the other day, but I can't even remember, so clearly it wasn't that funny. I was like, oh, that'd be cool podcast material to talk about, We can just spin this into a regular episode if I could, think of anything, but...
I have a story.
Yeah?
Yeah, my friend
Hell yeah.
got his gallbladder removed.
Okay.
So I went and picked him up from the hospital to take him home. So I get him home. We're in his apartment. We watch a movie because I have to, make sure he's okay and can, move around and eat and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving, and there's some kids playing outside, and I walk out the door, and there's these two little girls, and they must have been racing their scooters, because the scooters
They're
are
like jump rope girls from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Basically. It was broad daylight, though, so I wasn't too scared.
Okay.
I would have been scared as hell if that was at night.
But the one little girl obviously has taken her helmet off. The other little girl, it's stuck on her head, in quotes, because she can't get the buckle. Like, she doesn't know how to... They're probably like 6.
Okay.
Oh, I was so confused. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I walk out the door. This little girl runs up to me. There's no one around. And she goes, "Please, sir, please. My helmet's stuck on my head. I can't get it off." And I was like, this isn't really my job. This feels very wrong. But I just, like, clicked the buckle real quick and, like, walked away very quickly. And I was like, I don't want this kid to be, like, stuck in this helmet all day because their parents aren't around or whatever. But I also don't want to, like, put my hands on a child.
Yeah.
And as I was walking away, the other girl goes, "Hey," whatever her name was, "is that your new dad?" She's like, "No, he's my neighbor." And I'm like, "I'm not your neighbor."
I'm not your neighbor.
Don't trust.
I'm not your neighbor. I'm not your dad.
Don't trust strangers.
Stranger danger.
It's like, you got lucky this time, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
God.
Yeah, sure, little girl. I'll take your helmet off. Just get in this van.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
That's so bad.
Yeah.
We should talk about Home Alone.
Did you see the new one?
No.
Unfortunately,
I didn't. I have no interest.
I didn't like it.
I've heard everyone.
I feel
say
like the older ones should just stay how they are.
The only ones that are good are Home Alone, like the original
1 and 2,
and Lost in New York. But also, as John Mulaney said, how do you get lost in New York? The streets are numbered. Like, they're literally numbered. You could just walk down. Like, if you need to get to 11th, you could just find 10th.
That's true.
But I guess it works for the movie.
I'm going to see John Mulaney.
I saw that. I'm kind of jealous, actually. Didn't he just get out of rehab recently? But
Pretty
now
sure.
he's trying to have a kid with his current girlfriend, who also is fresh out of rehab.
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
if that's a good combination.
No, not really, but, you know.
I mean, live your life.
Yeah, in rehab.
I don't know whatever happened to his Jewish girlfriend he used to talk about in all of his bits.
It wasn't that a whole thing? Like, he divorced his wife and then started dating someone else?
I think so, yeah. I think that's the full, real story. We should just call people in for content.
Or we could have a Spider-Man discussion.
I mean, like, full spoiler Spider-Man discussion?
Well, we just make a cut and then put in a disclaimer.
I told Scuba I'd have him on for a Spider-Man spoiler discussion.
Okay, then.
We should call Scuba in.
No.
No?
That'll just take too long. I mean, we don't have to talk about Spider-Man.
Well, you really want to talk about it?
No, I'm just trying to fill time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Up to 40 minutes now.
40 minutes?
Make a cut.
Here we go.
All right, here we are. All right, so we talked about cousins this episode. So the other day, this memory was jogged because my aunt had somebody over and was talking to them about my grandfather's funeral. And I remembered that these cousins, like the troublemaking ones that I always get in trouble with, at my grandfather's funeral, so this funeral home, it's a massive funeral home. Like, there's multiple services going on at one time.
As there usually are.
Well, yeah, but I mean, not in smaller ones.
Yeah.
But no, there was like not just viewings. There was an actual service happening in the chapel of this funeral home. There's a playroom downstairs, and then there's like a sitting room that we were playing Mafia in, with cards and shit. And we were doing Drug Dealer too with cards, like where you try to
Yeah.
That was where the coat rack is. We were just in the coat hanging section playing Drug Dealer. But no, we literally, at this funeral, we knew what this button, there was an elevator. So we knew what this button did, but we pressed it anyway. So the elevator door, it opens both ways. Like, it opens one side, would open up into the downstairs where, like, the kids' area is, and, like, you could send kids, like, down into the playroom and they can watch movies or something. Because, like, as a kid, you don't really understand what, like, is actually happening. You're just, like, you know what happened, but you're not processing it the way everyone else is. You're just like, oh, cool, family, I can have fun.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure?
No, I was just like...
He was agreeing.
Were you being serious, sir, or sure? Or...
Yeah.
Okay. It just sounded like a sarcastic, sure.
Sure, Jesse, you know, you're always right.
Sure. Now pay me. Each time Antonio talks and gives us some content, it's
I'm like J. Cole. I charge $2,000 a word.
Oh my gosh.
Per feature.
Have you heard that line? I think it was on the London or something.
Was it?
Bro,
I've not listened to that song
like
in
I
forever.
charge $1 million per feature. It's like $2,000 a word or something.
Jesus.
Wow. That's crazy, though.
But no, so we, not behind the playroom, but also in the basement areas where they prep the bodies. Locked up behind lock and key on a separate door with a biohazard symbol on it, obviously, because there's going to be chemicals in there that they're using or whatever. I never understood this sign, but we're kids and we're like, oh, zombies.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, no. But we pressed this button because the button on the elevator to open up the other side of the door also had the biohazard one. So we pressed it. Apparently they had done this before. Like, they had already knew what it opened up to. But we press it because they were trying to show me that some body in there looked like their grandmother. It did. It was weird. Like, but she was buried, like, several years ago. She had already passed. Like, long before, so. At the same gravesite, same funeral home and everything, but we pressed the button to open up this room where they have all the bodies staged in glass boxes to prep them. And it's like, it's cold in there to keep the bodies, like, you know. And we press the button to open it. It's like two people get scared. Somebody pushes the other one into the room. The elevators start closing. A hand reaches through to close it, and everyone starts freaking out because we don't know whose hand's coming through. We think it's a dead body. Then we're trying to open the door back up. The cousin that got pushed through comes running out and just booking it. It's like, one of the bodies moved, and we're all just running. We book it out. We open the other side of the elevator because there was a moment of pause between when that door would close and the other one. So we're all just like panicking, trying to press buttons, trying to get the other one to open. We get it open. We run up the steps, straight through the chapel, yelling and screaming about a dead body while somebody else's funeral service is happening, and run into my grandfather's viewing area. And all they were like, play it cool, everyone play it cool. We almost got kicked out of the funeral home for disturbing that service, though.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah, this is just a small taste of what me and my cousins are capable of.
I don't think I've ever done that stuff, though.
You haven't lived.
Yeah, I guess not. I don't know. I didn't. From what I remember growing up, I didn't really have, like, cousins like that. Like, I could, because I'm pretty sure they were all older than me and things like that. And that, like, so I didn't, goof off with cousins and things like that. Like, and like I was explaining before we even started recording, like, do you remember, like, those cousins I was talking about, like, we're all, like, basically a year or less than a year apart?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, those are what the closest I had to, like, cousins we would do stupid shit with.
We're all wearing blue.
That's just the color. But, yeah, no, the one that was closest in age with me, I just remember me and him we used to be terrible troublemakers. Here, I'll tell you a good story that my mom just loves to throw in my face when I was younger being stupid. So, we were...
Oh, so nothing's changed. Got it. Cool.
Yeah, basically.
Just as long as we're clarifying
So, the one story... I was messing around with the dog in the backyard. That sounds bad to start out with, but basically I was...
Antonio just raised his eyebrow at me behind camera.
Not like that. I'm talking about like I was roughhousing with him. Okay. Y'all are so fucking weird. Anyhow, yeah, and I guess...
And you put your finger in the dog's butt. We got it. And he
No.
bit you.
No. I don't remember exactly how it went, but basically, at some point, the dog grabbed me by the jeans I was wearing. Bit on the... do you know how, jeans have, the loops for the belt and everything? Yeah. Grabbed me by that, and then drug me around the whole entire yard in circles, and all my mom could hear me was just screaming for my life because I thought the dog was trying to kill me. But in reality...
Dog's going out Cujo on Gabe.
Yeah, no, but in reality, the dog was just, trying to play with me, but I was obviously too young. That sounded bad, too. Holy shit. That whole story just sounded so bad. If you have a dirty mind, I mean, it's bad, but...
So, what did you learn from this encounter? Not to put your finger in dogs' buttholes,
and
then they won't drag you around the yard?
No.
I have a feeling you're not telling us the whole story, Gabe.
That was the whole story.
Gonna shake my ball around.
Yeah, but I used to be a terrible troublemaker when I was younger. That's all I remember. I used to I lied a lot about things, and one of the things I hated the most was putting when my mom would put vinegar in my mouth. I hated vinegar when I was younger. I still do. But no, anytime I would lie, she would
Why was your mom putting straight vinegar in your mouth anyway?
Because I was lying. And she knew I hated it. So she would have it, sit in my mouth for, however long, and then, yeah.
Good parenting.
Yeah, I mean, it was better than soap. I think my brothers got soap. I got vinegar, but I still
only got
it.
soap when I swore.
I didn't swear much as a kid, actually. Not that I remember.
I think I said fuck once in front of my grandma when I was really young, and I just ended up eating a bar of soap.
Yeah. Yeah, not that I remember. Unless it just got erased from my memory.
It's a traumatic event he's blocking.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe there's just some traumatic that happened to me when I cussed the one time. I don't know. I was a very bad kid when I was younger. That's all I remember. I mean, I don't know. Oh, wait. Jesse, so do you know how I have...
Jesus.
You know I have 3 scars on the back of my head?
No. No, I don't know that, actually.
Yeah, I have 3 different scars because I broke up with my head 3 different times. Yeah, it was not fun. The only one I can remember is I was playing upstairs in my old house with my younger brother. And we were just running around the hall and everything. And in the bedroom, where me and I think where my older brother were, there was a concrete wall. I don't even remember why. It was literally the only room that had a concrete wall that was upstairs. That wasn't covered with wallpaper or something like that. But anyhow, we were roughhousing and shit like that, and this motherfucker pushed me, or it was something along the lines either I pushed or got pushed or tripped, spun around, hit the back of my head in the corner of a concrete wall. My head was, and I was just like, ow, that really fucking hurt. It felt really hot, and I touched it, and obviously I was bleeding. We go downstairs, and I was just like, bro, what the hell am I going to say to my mom? And we were just sitting there, and my mom was like, what happened? I'm like, so I'm bleeding. And
Put a tampon in it, you'll be fine.
I don't know about that one. But I remember she was like, get a rag, and then we went to the hospital and everything. And she was like, don't go to, if you feel getting tired or anything, don't go to sleep. I was like, why? Like, I was too young. I was still in elementary, I think, when this happened, if I remember correctly. I was just like, why? And she was like, well, you might die or not wake up again. I'm like, okay. And then when we got
That's
to the
what every kid
hospital,
wants to hear.
yeah, but when we got to the hospital, all I remember is like having my face, like being face down on like this bed. That's all I remember. And someone fucking putting staples in the back of my head.
Jesus.
That's all I remember. But the weird thing is, every single time I got staples in the back of my head, it never hurt. But on the other hand, my mom's always said I've been hard-headed, so... Like, I don't know how many times I've injured myself with my head.
Allow me to test this theory.
No, do not throw that at me. No. I would not catch that with my head either. But
Pretty
no.
solid.
I just had a very hard head when I was younger. I guess I don't know if I still do, but I'd like not to find out.
Mm. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I got nothing.
I don't know. That was just like a story that popped into my head.
The only other question I got from Q&A was favorite reindeer. Rudolph. Rudolph's goated.
Yeah.
We all know this.
I don't know why people would like any other reindeer. Come on. Rudolph's the man, bro. How much time do we have on recording?
52 minutes, I think.
Would you like to call it then? I mean, that's not too bad. It was better than 30 minutes of what we had.
I think the thing's about to explode.
Eh.
I don't know. Do we want to talk some Spider-Man?
Just give your brief.
I don't know if it's going to
Opinion
be
on
brief with Jesse.
Brief spoiler.
No, you can go into the like some of the details, but like save your analysis for Steve. But just say like 3 things you liked and something you didn't like.
Yeah, that would work.
All right, guys. So because Jesse is incapable, the official podcast is over, and we will be moving into a segment where we have a brief discussion over our first impressions of the new Spider-Man movie. So there will be spoilers. You can skip ahead for the bloopers at the end, but this part, there will be spoilers.
You were
for the
warned.
new
If you
Spider-Man
choose to ignore
movie.
this is your own
So this
fault.
segment will be marked both in the audio version and in the video version. So
Cool.
viewer discretion advised.
Is advised.
God, Antonio did that so formally.
Yeah, no, Antonio's a guy. Yeah! It
What?
froze on my face. It's not even a photo. That was terrifying.
And we have 5 minutes. Give your impressions.
Okay, so first off, likes best parts of the movie, Willem Dafoe.
Yeah,
Willem
best
Dafoe was
acting
amazing.
performance.
Yeah, definitely best acting performance. I don't even consider that a spoiler because he was in the trailer, but some people don't watch trailers, so.
This is true.
The fight scenes I actually think were pretty damn good, like choreographed. Honestly, I think the fight that we get in the like condo, like in the apartment complex, with
Oh yeah, when Spider-Man's getting his
Goblin and Spider-Man,
ass
where
beat.
he's getting
That was really
he's
good,
getting
though.
body slammed through floors and thrown
So,
out
like-
windows. I think that might be the best Spider-Man fight scene we've ever got. I honestly might put that above the Spider-Man train fight in Spider-Man 2. That's how much I loved how well choreographed that fight was.
I haven't watched the original Spider-Mans in like 10 years,
yeah.
and
It's
and I
been a
probably
while.
should have, but I completely forgot that like the Goblin is like part of
Superhuman.
him, and he's superhuman.
Yeah.
Like I still don't remember like how that all works.
It was like split personality, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
don't-
then
I
like
didn't
when he
remember
like
much of
started talking to himself, kind of, or like when the Goblin would take over, I was like, oh shit, like I forgot that's
That was a thing.
this. And then
I will
he
say
started just
Willem
beating his
Dafoe is
ass.
the Joker we deserve.
Yeah.
If somebody casts him as the Joker, like, or if he never is cast as the Joker, it's a missed opportunity. Absolutely, because like
Was he in DC at all?
No.
Okay, because I looked up a list of characters that have been in both the other day, and I just couldn't remember.
But yeah, no, I love the way that was shot too. Like there was one particular angle where as he's punched out the window and broke like through the window, the camera went through the glass and panned around to the back of Spider-Man as he webbed him so that he could pull himself back in through the window. I was like, that's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it was a beautiful movie for sure. Like even the beginning when they're just swinging around the city.
Yeah, no,
it was really awesome the way they filmed that.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, rewatching the Sam Raimi films, which is what I've been doing, like that used to be a mannequin that Spider-Man was. Like it was just, or MJ was a mannequin, one of the two. I can't remember. But like that's how they did that. Now it's all just camera trickery and CGI. And
I also watched a behind the scenes where they had the part where Spider-Man and Doctor Strange are fighting over the box.
And that was one of the best scenes in the movie too.
Tom was actually doing a lot of those stunts on wires, which is really interesting. Like the part where he like
Willem Dafoe did his own stunts in this movie too,
and like lands on the car with the box, and it's funny because he just has a green screen box in his hand.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a prop.
No,
that's great. No, Willem Dafoe actually, from what I was reading and watching some interviews, he said he only agreed to do this movie if they were to let him do his own stunts and fight scenes. Most of them. There was obviously ones that he couldn't do. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's in his 60s.
Yeah, he's definitely up there.
But
Samuel L. Jackson's like 7. Just okay. So the camera shut off while we were recording. I think the last thing you were mentioning was Willem Dafoe doing his own stunts and him being.
I think that's the only way that
60s.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw this thing. It was like "Happy Birthday, Samuel L. Jackson," and is either 73 or 74, and I was like, "What?"
What? I never would have guessed that.
I wouldn't have either.
But what's something you didn't like about the movie?
Well, I'm mixed on heavy spoilers. I'm gonna preface this. This is a heavy spoiler. I'm mixed on the Aunt May death scene. It didn't have the gut punch that I feel it should have. It wasn't like it didn't feel as emotionally impactful as.
No.
Really?
Not for me. It didn't resonate.
How many times did you cry during the movie?
3 times.
I think I cried like 10.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't cry once.
So heavy spoilers again.
Okay, Gabe.
Heavy spoilers. Andrew Garfield's acting. Top 3 acting in the movie. It goes Dafoe, Garfield, Holland for me.
What's nice now is like, even though the movies that they were made, like the original ones and the amazing ones, they were good. But the technology and like the expected level of quality has come so far that like
I still think
they
some
have
of the
to knock it out of the park.
most beautiful like fight scenes in Spider-Man swinging is in Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I just think that movie really captured the fight style of Spider-Man, especially when he's like fighting Lizard and he's like webbing him and crawling all over him like a spider.
Yeah.
Like that's like top tier Spider-Man.
I just feel like this movie really let the two of them blossom.
But no, Holland's acting was really good too. But
yeah, always.
Yeah. Especially in this movie because he did have a lot more like that he had to portray. Like he wasn't just a happy-go-lucky
I
guy.
think
like his anger, his sadness. The best shot in the movie is him standing in front of the giant billboard, or the giant projector of J. Jonah Jameson talking about the death of Aunt May and everything. And he's just standing there in the rain. The way that's lit is I think that's one of the best shots in the movie.
I need to watch it again. I'm going next week, but I need to watch it again and just take everything in and analyze it.
And dislikes, I think there was a little bit too much CGI. Honestly, particularly heavy spoiler if you're still here, but particularly the Sam Raimi suit for oh god, everyone's gonna hate me.
I don't know who that is.
The guy who plays Spider-Man originally, Tobey Maguire.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Bro.
I couldn't think of his name. His suit, I think, looked better in the same Raimi movies than it did in this one.
I think I agree with that.
Goblin suit, same deal. Doc Ock looked really good, I'm not gonna lie. The
you know,
de-aging was good.
You know, in the original movies, his arms are practical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were all puppets. And
yeah, but in
now
this
it's like
one,
CGI,
yeah.
and they moved him around on a crane and everything.
Yeah. Tom Holland was talking about that.
On Hot Ones.
Yeah.
There were a little bit too many. Like, there's some plot holes I have with this movie. Like, there's.
Like, give me one, just real quick.
Well, the memory wipe thing was a big one.
At the end.
Yeah. And also the main one that I had a problem with is why are the other Peter Parkers here? If the spell brought in other people who know the other villains who knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, they're not villains. Why did they get brought over too? Unless it's they knew that themselves were Spider-Man.
Wait, isn't that what it was? It was people who knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man?
It literally
then does that also...
I guess
does that also say that Kirsten Dunst and Emma Stone were running around somewhere in the movie at some point too, and Harry Osborn, both of the Harry Osborns? It's they said a few squeaked through, and did Doctor Strange just not realize that the other Spider-Men came through?
Do you not remember what he said? He said only someone came through, not all of them.
That's what I just said.
Well, I think the most important takeaway is that Ned is a fucking...
Yeah, no, that was lazy writing for me.
Whatever, dude.
Is a wizard. He's
a
wizard. You're a wizard, Ned. No, that felt like lazy writing to me. I mean, it gave us one of the coolest scenes in cinematic history, but
I thought that was great. Why?
Yeah, I just think it was lazy writing. The fact that because Doctor Strange, his entire movie was about how he couldn't figure out magic.
Why
instantly.
couldn't he figure it out? What?
Huh?
Why couldn't he figure it? Doctor Strange is the one Marvel movie besides Eternals that I haven't watched yet, but Doctor Strange, I fell asleep when I watched it, and I haven't gone back to watch it.
He was just struggling because magic isn't something you can just pick up. So there's a plot point in the movie where he was like he couldn't open up a portal, but Ned's just like.
I feel like,
it just felt like
Doctor Strange is also like a pretentious asshole. Because he is. He was the surgeon, right? And then he was like Tony Stark. He was like not a great person, and then something bad happened to him, and then it made him realize what he could do or who he had to take care of. And Ned is probably more pure and just
I don't know,
simple, I guess. He was like, oh, I'm gonna give this a try and it's gonna work, and then it did.
Well, the Venom post-credit scene was also that pissed me off too.
That they weren't in the movie. I
knew he wasn't gonna be a main plot point, but
I was hoping just maybe at the end he'd come in and help out or something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to see him help out with 3 other Spider-Men. It would have felt like too much for against 3 villains. 3v3 makes the most sense than having Venom come in for no reason, and he doesn't really have a reason to fight Spider-Man either.
But there was.
And also, why did Venom get pulled through? How does he know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man? There's not a Peter Parker in his universe that we know of. I will say that we know of
in that movie. But it's the multiverse.
Didn't you already explain that to me though?
Venom was in Spider-Man 3. Not the same Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but didn't you explain that to me?
In the post-credit scene for Venom, Venom was talking to Eddie about how it's all a hive knowledge with the symbiotes. So basically, the symbiote that's paired with Tom Hardy's Venom would think or would know that about Topher Grace's Venom from Spider-Man 3. So that's how they would know about Spider-Man. But the way
unless they're it depends.
The hive knowledge stretches across multiverses, so okay. I guess they know anything that goes on with a symbiote. The symbiotes just know.
Okay, well then the symbiotes know of Peter Parker, and then at the end of Let There Be Carnage, wasn't he snapped into the same universe?
And then but he was in San Francisco at that point. So then he just decided
he was there.
He just decided to go to Mexico and drink and get drunk and find out about the Hulk and everything. I mean, it was a funny scene, but it felt lazy.
So he was there, he just wasn't in the same geographical location.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just felt like lazy writing to me. It was just an excuse to give us the future symbiote suit for Tom Holland's Venom. Or Tom Holland's Spider-Man. because he left a little bit of Venom behind when he got ported, which doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
Because especially if it is the symbiote that knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, you're returning said thing that knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man to its original universe. Doesn't make sense how some of it would get left behind, but... And we've also never seen it leak off of Tom Hardy's Venom in any of the movies. Like, it's never appeared to be something that could just detach from himself and just leave a little bit of itself behind.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just felt...
No, bro, that's too technical for me. But, I don't know, we could probably do a deeper dive
Later.
when you do it with Steve.
Yeah.
So you want to wrap it up?
You know, I only cried whenever, anytime that Andrew talked about Gwen.
Yeah, he did.
And when he stepped through the portal for the first time, there were tears.
I literally lost my breath. Cause
as soon as he opened the portal, I was like, "That's too tall and lanky to be."
When you were
Tom
there,
Holland.
like, were people cheering and stuff?
Oh fuck yeah!
Okay, because I had. We're gonna do your. I'm gonna start recording. Just do your outro.
Okay, well, whatever. My thought got cut off there. I don't even know what I was talking about, but here's our regular outro. No Spider-Man spoilers.
Yeah.
This is the Bros for Life podcast. I'm Jesse.
This is Gabe.
And Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next year, I guess.
Yeah, peace.
Peace.
Okay, go ahead, but just keep in mind it might turn off again.
Cats and Christmas trees don't mix.
Oh yeah, this is true.
You know, I've watched like 7 cats climb a Christmas tree and just knock it over at my friend's house before. It's like, you can't have a Christmas tree if you have a cat. I mean, you can, but it's a dangerous game. You're living on the edge. You're living on the edge. I don't know what they're putting in eggnog, but whatever they are, they need to stop because that's what really is messing up the drunk uncles. I always hated December. That's probably the emo-est thing I've ever said.
Most definitely.
Thanks, Neck Deep. I do hate the holidays, though. And, yeah, no.
Is that all?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Rad.